Again, we are now going to continue with the chapter number 5, unit number 2, and this is the last topic of our unit number 2, that is navigation control. In navigation control, we are going to learn about three controls main, that is tree view, menu, and sitemap path. And also, we are going to use one more file, like in last lecture, we have seen user control. So, in that, we have used ASCX file. So like that only we are now going to use the file which is having .sitemap extension, that is the sitemap file, which is basically used whenever we want to use the navigation control. So navigation means as in so many websites we are having different tabs, like we are having on menu bar. So when we create on the first tab, that particular tab is suppose having the sub tag, then that will get open, and when we click on the sub tag, then the particular web page will be open. So that is called as navigation, means from the current page of the website we are moving to the new page, and for that we are using menu bar. So to have the same type of menu bar, we are having menu control, and similarly we can access the different web pages from the single web page with the help of tree view also. And we are having one more option, that is sitemap path, in which you just need to provide the address or the URL of the default.aspx page which you want to open. So it will show you the connections, means in home if we are having page 1, then if page 1 home is having default.aspx as a name, and the page 1 is having default 1.aspx as is. So if I am typing the URL for the default 1.aspx page, then we will be able to see the output as home, then we will be having one arrow, and then the next page, that is default 1.aspx will get opened. That you will come to know in the practical demonstration of all the controls. So basically there are two controls, like tree view control and menu view control. So in menu control or tree view control, if you want to have all the websites to be navigated from a same page, then we are making use of such type of control. So like as we told you, the main part of our navigation control, we cannot directly use the navigation control. We should have one sitemap file. So how you will take the sitemap file? Simply right click on the solution explorer, that is project explorer of your project name. Then the new tab will be open. Then click on the add. In that you will be having add new item. Then one window, that is which is shown in the slide, that will get open. And in that window you are having one option, that is sitemap. So this particular file is having .sitemap as an extension. So simply click on the file, that is simply click on the add, the file will get opened. Basically this particular XML file is nothing but XML file. It's a kind of XML file. Just now in current slide, check the content, that is in a blue color rectangle I have written some code. So this is the code which is by default present in the sitemap file. So when we add a sitemap file, this particular code is present in that particular file, and which is having basically three important properties or attributes. That is, first one is URL. URL means the actually this sitemap node are nothing but the different web pages which you want to display. So in URL, whatever web page you want to display, you will just provide the path of that particular web page. Then we have title. Title means we can say that the text we want to display, okay, at the browser window, that we will write down as a title. And there is description. Description means any information you want to tell about that particular site, then we can add that description. So like that we are having this is the basic structure of the sitemap file, in which we set different in which we add actually different nodes, okay. So that we are again going to you will come to know in the practical session only. But just remember that we are having sitemap path control, okay. So the name of the control is sitemap, which is nothing but a kind of XML file, and each sitemap node contains sitemap node tag, which is again having three attributes: URL, title, and description. So this is basically one program which we are going to perform, that I have given. At the right hand corner, just see the output of home control, and the second is the output of tree view control. So in first option, that is menu control, we have used basically the alignments of the items and their sub item will be in horizontal manner, and in case of tree view it is vertical manner. Like in menu control home, then when you click on the arrow which is just neighbor to the home, the page 1 will get open, page 1 to 3 will get open. Then again if you are clicking on page 2, it is having again sub pages like page 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and the page 2.1 is again have a sub page. So like that, in horizontal manner all the pages will get open, which we have added in the sitemap if we are making use of menu control. And if you are using the tree view control, then tree view control just see the output. Again the content is same because the same sitemap file I have connected to the tree view. So you will get able to see all the content, but its display, how it is displayed, that is different. That is the display alignment is vertical in case of tree view control. That is, we will be having home, and before home we will be having plus sign. So when you click on the plus sign, you will be able to see page 1, page 2, page 3. Then again page 2 is having sub pages, and this is the reason why in front of page 2 you will be having plus sign. So when you click on the plus sign, then that particular section will be elaborated, and you will be able to see page 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. In that also page, in front of page 2.1 you will be having plus sign because page 2.1 is again having the sub page. So those main we can say that the menus which are having the sub menus or sub pages, they are only having the plus symbol. Otherwise if you notice page 1, page 3, they are not having plus symbol because we don't have any sub pages inside this. But here what is important for you, why I have added this particular site, so that the controls now which we are going to learn, menu control, tree view control, sitemap, you will be having some basic idea how the output will look like when we are making use of menu control and when we making use of tree view control. So basically this is the sitemap file which we have connected. So all the page 1, page 2, page 3, these are nothing but the title if you notice. So all these are title, and after that in URL we have specified the default values, that is home is nothing but a separate web page that we want to display. So we need to provide the URL. In URL tilde symbol is there, then slash default.aspx. Why tilde symbol is there? Because all the pages as well as the sitemap file is present in the current project only. So this is the reason why it is given, and as you indent all the sitemap control or sitemap node, the sub part will get display. So indentation is important. On the basis of indentation only the sub parts or sub menus will get display. And the description, in description we have not provided anything because it is not going to get visible on the screen. So this is your sitemap, and when we attach this particular sitemap file with the menu control and tree view control, you will get able to see the output like this. So now the first there is one more control, that is sitemap data source. Only if you are having sitemap file, then only with that file you will not be able to connect the menu control or tree view control. If you want to connect the menu control and tree view control, that particular sitemap should be connected to the sitemap data source. So when we take the menu control, we are having one arrow. Simply click on the arrow and then it will ask you to choose the data source. And when you click on choose the data source, then one more window will get open. In that you will be able to see two files. First one is sitemap and the second one is XML. So now as we are working on the navigation control, we just need to select the sitemap file and simply click on OK. So whatever sitemap file which is by default present in your project, all the content of that particular sitemap file will be connected to the menu control or the T control. So whenever we want to actually attach the sitemap file to the different controls, then we have to make use of this sitemap data source control. Without this control, it is not possible for us to attach the sitemap file. So for that it is very important. So sitemap data source control, it is used for binding to the XML file. Whenever we want to bind the navigation controls like tree view and menu control to the different to the XML file, then in that situation we need sitemap data source control. Okay, so this control is by default present also in the navigation tab of the toolbox, or if you want we can directly have it in the form of properties of menu and preview control. So this is sitemap data source. Again, whatever I am saying that may be confused you, but in the practical you will come to know that when we are going to use this sitemap data source control, but it is very very important. Then the next view is tree view. Just now we have seen the output. Now I have just discussed about sitemap data control, right? So what I want to say that here in this example we have just taken one tree view control. Then at the right top corner we are having arrow. So when you click on the arrow, the tree view task will get open. And in the task you are having choose data source option. And in the data source you are going to have the sitemap data source. So basically in choose data source file you are having the option of sitemap data source 1, but it is not by default come. So first time whenever we are using the tree view control, and if we have not taken this sitemap data source control from the toolbox, then just see the second option, that is new data source. Simply click on that, new window will get open, and in that just select the sitemap and click on OK. So by default this particular sitemap data source 1 control will be added, and when we have the choose data source option as a sitemap data source 1, then and then only all the content of the sitemap file will be displayed or will be bind with the tree view control. So basically we have seen the indentation of the tree view control, and from where you will take this control, we are having toolbox. In toolbox just go to navigation section, and in navigation section we are having the tree view control, and in which we just need to set the data source property of this particular control to sitemap data source 1, so that the by default sitemap file which is present in the project, it's that content will be added to the tree view. So this is tree view control which actually display the pages and the sub pages in the vertical manner. So tree view control actually look like this. We are having root node, then we are having parent node, and then we are having again child node. Then there are chances that again child is having sub node, so they are called as leaf node. So this type of structure is displayed, that is we will be having plus symbol in front of each and every element of the tree view control. Next control is menu control. In case of menu control, as I've shown you the output, the elements which are present in the sitemap file will be displayed in the horizontal manner. So again to display, or again whenever we want to jump from one website to other website from the single page, from the one page only, then we are making use of menu control, to which we can add the different web pages. So basically there are some properties which are associated with the menu control, that is data source ID is the first property. So again in this case also we have to add that sitemap data source 1, then and then only the content of that particular sitemap file will be visible. Other than that, there is one more text which is associated with the menu control, that is text, which indicates the text to be displayed in the menu. Then we have tooltip, which indicates the tooltip of the menu item when you mouse over, means when you move your mouse on the particular menu, below the arrow you will be having the text like file, edit, copy. So all that shortcut options, alternate text will be available because of the tooltip attribute. Next we are having value, which is, it indicates non displayed value, means where we are setting the value but that particular value is not going to get displayed on the screen, but while calculation we can make use of all such value. Then we have navigate URL. Navigate URL means on clicking that particular menu, the web page you want to display, you just need to specify the URL or the location of that particular web page using the navigate URL property. Then we have target property. If navigation URL property is set, it indicates where to open the target location. So both the properties are actually associated with each other. Then we have selectable. Selectable means if we are having the menu but we don't want that after user clicking on the menu the web page should get open. Normally for navigation only we use this, particular menu control. So it is compulsory for us that whenever we click on a specific menu, some page should get displayed. Basically, in simple words, the selectable property should be set to true. Then and then only we will be able to navigate to the new web page. Then next we are having image URL. If you want to display a specific image, when you click on the menu control or next to the menu control, then we are having image URL, means along with the text the image you want to display. So in that situation you can set this particular property. Then we are having image tooltip, means as we click on the text we get the text just below the arrow mouse cursor, like that only. When we move our mouse cursor on the image and still we want to display some text, then we can make use of image tooltips. After that, like that we are having so many properties. And the next point which they have given, that is styles of menu control, that you will be able to know only after the execution or when you will practically try the program. So these are the different styles of the menu control which are available. We are taking the by default style. We in the practical I have not changed the style. So these are the different styles, means you will be having different color shades around the menu. So they just again preview control, we are having the data source ID control. So in this case what we are having, that is they have just given the output if you are having such type of control. So the same thing which we are going to use in practical session also. Then the next control and the last control of the navigation control which we are having, that is the sitemap control. So sitemap path means with the help of this control you can display a specific page by providing the path. So here when you just need to provide the location and then the respective page with their menus and submenus will get displayed. That you will come to know in the practical session. So that we are going to start. So let's start with the execution. Again I have taken one video from the YouTube only, which includes all the controls which are associated with the navigation control. So just let's start with the execution.
Let's implement the navigation controls. But before getting started with that, I will add a new item on my website, that is a sitemap file. For now, I have removed all the web pages from my website. We'll add all the pages later. So first of all, what we'll do, we'll come to add new item, and from here I will add the sitemap file right here. So the name of the sitemap file is the web.sitemap. So I'll add it, and here you can see it is the XML based file. So what you will have to do, every sitemap node is basically a page, and at this particular level we can have only one sitemap node tag, which will be for the home page, and as we know we can have only one home page in our website. So after that, what we'll have to do, we'll have to pass some page URLs out here. So I'll just continue with the default names of the pages. Right now I don't have any, but yes, I will definitely add later. So here the default.aspx will be my home page. We'll put a title will be used for displaying that particular page title, and then the description like home page of website. Similarly, this is at this particular level. Now under the home page what all page links you want to give. For that, you can come to the sitemap node, and here what we'll do, we'll simply do the URL, we'll pass the URL of the pages which I want to put under this home page, like default2.aspx with the title maybe page 1 and default3.aspx with the title page 2. Similarly, you can put as many as elements at this particular level which will be shown under home page. Similarly, after that, when you will be done up to this level, you can do the nesting up to any particular level. For example, if I want to put few more elements inside or few more pages inside this, then I will simply do one thing. I will just make it a pair tag. These are the non-pair tags, means they are being closed right here, but I will put a different closing tag now, and inside this I'll put some more sitemap node paths like this with different URL and title, and similarly up to some more levels like this. I'll put one more tag under this one. So let's copy this, and here I'll say default 8 and 2.1.1. Alright, so like this you can give the any level of the hierarchy. So let's save it, and here as I said, like I will have to add 8 pages from default to default 8, and by the time we'll start working with the navigation controls, we will have to put the navigation controls in all the pages for the best practice. So rather than adding the navigation controls on all the pages, what I will do, I will take a master page which I have already covered, and will put some controls, the navigation controls on that, which will be applied to all the other pages. So let's add a master page now. So here's a master page, masterpage.master. Let's add this. It's not a nested master, so let's uncheck and add. So title, content placeholder, we have already seen all this, right? So let's start working on that. And here, right at the top of this content placeholder, I will put the different controls like sitemap path, like menu, and tree view. Alright, so these are the 3 controls which are under navigation controls. So either you can for menu and tree view you can add the elements or nodes manually, but here I will just use my sitemap file. So this is my master page where I have put all the 3 controls, and this is the sitemap, this is the content placeholder which is blank, where I will put the content for the coming pages. So let's start adding the pages here. So whenever I will add a page, a web form, I'll not change the name because in the sitemap path I have taken the default names. So just be sure you are taking the same names as you have mentioned in the sitemap node. In a good practice, you must change the names of the page according to their job. So I'll select a master page and it will say add, and now here master page dot master. So let's say okay, and very similarly I will add 7 more pages. So as we promised in sitemap node file that we will add 8 pages from default to default 8, we have done that, and in all the pages I have applied the master page, so every page would be having these controls. So currently let's remove the tree view and menu control. We'll start with this one. Alright, so let's execute. So here you can see home. This is nothing but the sitemap node path. So here you can see home, which is the title of default.aspx, and this is the control which we call the sitemap path, which I have added in the master page. So now let's request for the another page like default3.aspx. So here you can see home, then page 2. So when I will put the mouse, it will show you the description home page of website which I have set in the sitemap file, right? Home page of the website. Now Default 3 is page 2, which is being shown here. When I click here in the home, I'll come back to default.aspx. Similarly, let's request page number default 5. So what I'll do, I'll say default 5. So home, then page 2, then page 2.1. And similarly, we'll add with default 8, home, page 2, 2.1, 2.1.1. So this is how your sitemap path works. You don't have to tell anything. As soon as you will add, it will just take the value from the sitemap file and will start working. Now after that, let's go for some implementation for the menu. So in the menu, what I'll have to do is I'll have to go for the smart tag right there, and here I'll have to choose a data source. Basically here I want a sitemap file data source, so which is not yet created. As I said, you can also add the menu items manually, but since here I'm using this sitemap file, so I will go for that. Otherwise you can just add the nodes in this menu control. So I'll create a new, and here I will choose the sitemap file. The sitemap data source 1, say OK, and this one is created and now in action as well. So let's execute it. So this is your default page. Now here you can see this full hierarchy is being shown. Home having 3 pages, 1, 2, 3. Page 2 again having 3 pages, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and again 2.1 is having 1 page inside, 2.1.1. So you don't have to put the hyperlinks in all. It's quite easy now to jump on any particular page using these controls. And using the sitemap path, you can just go back to the root. Alright, so this is about the menu control. And here, very similarly, you can also work with the tree view control, which will give you a different flavor of hierarchical representation of a tree. Alright, and here you can just expand and collapse the nodes. As I have already taken this sitemap data source, so I can simply just choose that from here. And here, when I'll run this, you see, you can just expand and collapse that as we used to do in any tree view kind of control. So let's click on any, and in that particular page you will be jumped. So this is how you can start working with the basic implementation of the navigation controls.